Good evening, everybody. Good evening. Who's been to a PIN meeting before? Fantastic, well done. Who's here for the very first time? Good, that is the only bit of audience participation you have to do. Thank you for playing. So my name's Chris Jones. Before we dive into the next couple of hours, just take you 5 minutes to explain kind of who I am, why I'm here, and what's going to happen over the next couple of hours. So my name's Chris Jones, been an accountant for the last 20 years. I've been a landlord since 2005, and during my sort of landlord career, been refurbishing and investing in mainly student properties in Norwich. We established a letting agency, Jones&Co, in 2014 because someone in this room, the guy who was at the front, asked me what my goals were for the next 12 months. So I didn't have any, so he forced me to give him a number, which I did. I said I can make £2,000 from property, not knowing how to do that. But because I set that goal, it kind of got me thinking, and the next month I stood up and said, I can manage your properties for you, because I already have 2 properties, so it qualifies me to do that. Anyway, so someone said, okay, go on then. So they did. So 10 years ago, we got our first property. Now we've just got shy of 300 properties that we manage. So this room is kind of responsible for, starting my business, continuing my sort of growth of my own owned portfolio, and a rent-to-rent portfolio with a business partner that I met in the room, again, about 10 years ago. So this network has got a lot to, I've got a lot to thank from this network, and I hope you do too. So I've been letting agent speaker in this room since 2016. The meeting host now is for almost 5 years. We started a podcast last year, and when I'm not doing this stuff, I enjoy sailing, skiing, running, cycling, and travelling. We established Jones&Co in 2014. We've got hundreds of managed properties, Norfolk-wide, and we started off doing just lettings, mainly of student houses. But since then, we've developed the ability to sell houses, source property, refurbish, and we offer a coaching service as well if you're interested. And because of this network and our various letting agency contacts, we've got a wider network of people that we can put you in touch with. Cool. So thanks for coming, for start with. So that was the introduction. We're going to hear in a moment from our preferred partner, Vincent Birch, who's going to tell us about the ups and downs of the mortgage market and things to look out for. I'm going to give you a bit of insight into some of the lettings stories in the press at the moment. We've got our first speaker, Mo, wave at the back there. Mo's going to share his story about how he raised £10 million of private finance. So who would like to raise £10 million of private finance? 20 million. Yeah. So definitely pens, paper, and then take action on some of the things that you hear. We're going to have a service provider slot, and I always say at this point, have a think. I probably will point to you and ask you to stand up, because there's not many of us here in the room. I think we can do that today. So do I think about what you might say, who you are, how you can help, and what you're looking for. Those things, 20 seconds, stand up, say those things, sit down. Then we're going to have networking break, and our second speaker, John Ireland, at the back. Hi, John. So once we've made all our money in the property arena, we need to know how to protect it and pass it on in the right way. John's going to tell us how to do that, and quite scarily, the impact of not doing that correctly. So be prepared to be a little bit scared by some of the things you hear later on. We're going to have some announcements, and then we will break. We will finish. So, PIN. How can PIN help you? This slide's great. PIN can help you in 3 ways. So, in my mind, these things are in order of importance. So, knowledge is clearly important. You get to where you want to get to faster by knowing how to do the things that you need to do. If you don't know what you don't know, so ask lots of questions and go on courses and learn stuff. But you do need support. So if you do that by yourself, you'll find it's isolating, your chance of giving up increases, you might get things wrong, get demotivated, etc. And we've all been there. So you need places like this, in my mind, to be supported. And this is a great place just to be supported by the people you're sitting next to. And the third bit, I think sometimes the most challenging is the mindset part of it. So if you kind of think the way you've always thought, you're going to get what you've always got. So challenging yourself to think differently, ask yourself an interesting question, dare to ask bigger questions, and you will achieve different things. So think about mindset. Simon's definitely into that type of thought process, and some of the speakers that come here do talk about mindset and growth and opportunity and that kind of stuff. So this is how the organisation can help you. So without further ado, I'm going to invite Vincent to the stage. Give Vincent an applause.